Hey there, this is going to be lesson 2 for implicit differentiation. I'm going to do a couple problems from your calc book. So this is going to be section 3.8, and this is going to be on page 317. First one I'm going to do is problem number 301, and that reads 6x squared plus 3y squared equals 12. And this should be pretty straightforward. We're going to do each of these derivatives in part. So that'll be the first one we take, the second one we take, and the third one we take. We'll take them all at the same time. So our first one here, standard derivative, 6 times 2, so 12x to the 2 minus 1, which we won't write. The derivative of x is 1, so we won't write that again. But this is just our derivative of 6x squared. The next part is where we use the implicit. So 3 times 2 is going to be 6 to the y, 2 minus 1 is 1, and then the derivative of y is y prime, or dy dx if you prefer. And the derivative of any constant is going to be 0, so the derivative of 12 is 0. So now we've taken the derivative, and we're going to use a little bit of algebra to move things around to get y prime by itself. So we're going to leave the 6y, y prime on the left, subtract 12x from each side, and then we do the division. We'll divide each side by 6y, so we're left with y prime equals negative 12x over 6y, which reduces to negative 2x over y. And we're done. That's a pretty basic derivative using implicit. We're left with y prime alone, and it's in a function that deals with both y and x. All right, so I'm going to scroll down a little bit. And let's do problem number 305. Same page. All right, so this reads y times the quantity root x plus 4 equals x times y plus 8. So here we have a product rule, another product rule, and then the derivative of 8, it's a constant, so this is just going to be 0. So really, when we take the derivative, and remember that root x plus 4 equals x plus 4 to the 1/2 power, I'm going to do this product rule. So first times derivative of the second gives us y times the derivative of this guy here is 1/2 x plus 4 to the negative 1/2 times the derivative of the inside, which is just 1. And this time I'll write the 1 down. Derivative of x is 1, derivative of 4 is 0, so derivative of that is just 1. This is only half of the product rule, however, so this we're going to be adding to root x plus 4 times y prime. And again, this one I've changed just for ease, but that's all right. That side's done. X times y we've done already, but we'll do it again here. So first is x, derivative of the second is y prime, plus the second is y times derivative of the first is just 1. So this is the end of the product rule over here, and then I'm going to add 0. I'm adding 0 because the derivative of 8 is 0. That's where that comes from. All right, for cleanup, I'm going to put the y primes on the left. So I've got root x plus 4 times y prime minus x times y prime. So I've subtracted x times y prime to each side. This guy, I'm going to move over to the other side. So right now on the right, we have y. Y times 1 is y. And then this other guy is a negative 1, y over 2 times, we'll just take it as root x plus 4. because x plus 4 to the 1/2 power is 1 over root x plus 4. I will factor out the y prime. I'll leave this other stuff alone. Should be a 4, not a 2, excuse me. And now I'm going to divide by this guy. And let me scroll down a little bit to do that. Excuse me. So we're left with y prime equals y over that rascal. X. Minus, we've got a y. I'll just keep this apart. So 2 root x plus 4 times quantity root x plus 4 minus x. And as you can see, I can distribute this, but I don't know that it makes it any cleaner. I'll get an x plus 4 when I put these together, but then I'll have an x or 2x times root x plus 4. So I don't know, again, that it's going to be any better. So I'm just going to leave it alone. And that is problem, or I guess episode 2.